Give us your thoughts on the Tankan. Headline was a beat, but does it actually have implications for wage growth, for reinvestment and inflation?
Well, I think the good thing is manufacturing sector is still recovering or growing. But in the meantime, if you take a look at the non-manufacturing industry, retail sector is doing quite well, but only for large firms. And SMEs, retail, for example, is not necessarily that good. So we know that employment conditions continue to improve and tight labor markets would continue to be the case. But in the meantime, it may take for some time for wages to pick up and impacting consumption.
Here isn't the issue, though. We keep going back to this conundrum of why we're not seeing price pressures. If you strip out energy, that's hardly moved at all. Wage pressures are not there. Investment isn't there either. Is this just the kind of animal spirit situation where you've got the deflationary mindset that is just very hard to shake?
Well, that is one thing, and it's a very good point you made on the mindset kind of thing. But the other thing is that Japanese economy has not, I think, the improved productivity of labor, and this is mainly because of still the very, I think, the inflexible labor markets. And if you continue to argue that the labor productivity is not gaining from here, I think the limited pressure on wage level, because of the profitability is under pressure. And a very important point for us would be that we have to see pickup in labor productivity growth and wage growth simultaneously. That should require significant investment by non-manufacturing industry.
It's been a bad weekend, hasn't it, for Shinzo Abe, the Prime Minister, seemingly under pressure from all sides. A big loss in the Tokyo elections. Then on top of that, there have been calls for him to replace Haruki Kuroda, coming from one of his mentors, Nobuyuki Nakahara here. What do you make of it, Hiro?
Well, I think the many political analysts from here would argue that a big cabinet reshuffle is needed. I won't disagree with that view. I think the changing landscape of Japan's politics would affect the central governor's pick into next year. Also, VAT hike scheduled to happen in 2019. So all monetary fiscal policy management will be affected by a change in the cabinet phases and also decline momentum of Abenomics. So we'll be very closely watching what is happening to the cabinet reshuffle, which could take place by the end of this month.
People have really talked about Haruki Kuroda thinking outside of the box when it comes to monetary policy there in Japan, but other people say he needs to come up with fresh ideas. What more could he do, in your view?
Well, I think the fresh view about monetary policy would be probably related to, what kind of assets they can buy in addition to Japanese government bonds. Some argue that BOJ may start to buy foreign equities to continue to print money. And that kind of fresh idea is one thing. The other thing is fiscal monetary coordination. Many have talked about that, even Bernanke and other American top economists. I tend to think that fiscal monetary accord is one thing, but that has already been there, I think, in virtual terms. So I tend to think that what is most important for the central bank is what they're going to buy after the BOJ will face shortage of supply of JGBs. And one possibility is other risk assets, maybe including foreign equities. That should have a huge impact on global markets. We'll